everyone, I'm Jennifer with New American Arms, and I have a very special guest here today that we're very excited to partner with. So at our store, we carry an assortment of all the major brands of firearms, and we have all of the major brands for Tier 1 custom ARs. But now we have learned what the best of the AR world can offer, and we're even prouder to say that we are the exclusive dealer in the Central Virginia area for Jacob Grey.
Absolutely.
So I have Alan here who will tell us all about Jacob Grey products.
I will. Hello, everybody. Alan Dowling with Jacob Grey Firearms. We're based out of West Columbia, South Carolina. We initially started in the aerospace business, making components for many companies such as Boeing and Lockheed Martin. We got into missile development and certain parts for flyaway parts for airplanes like the F-16, the F-35, the Lightning, the Raptor. We specialize in titanium and cutting up titanium. It's a hard metal. It's extremely hard metal to cut, and very few people can do it. We cut about 40,000 pounds of titanium a year. But our love has always been firearms, specifically initially the 1911. As you know, we've shown Jennifer quite a few of our 1911s over the last while, and we make a limited amount of those every year. As again, the love of firearms, all of our customers, they know they're getting a handmade gun and in any metal they want: Damascus, titanium, different kinds of aluminum and steels and that kind of stuff, and we get it made specifically for them. Over time, our customers can continually ask us to make AR-15s. And eventually we decided to go ahead and make the AR-15. And one thing that we noticed when we started looking at everybody else's, and I won't name names or try and knock down on anybody else, but not a lot of attention and detail went to the fixture, the fitting, and even the look and the aesthetics of the gun itself. They were all generally the same. They all looked the same. You could hold them. There was wiggle in them. They're cast and forged. Not very impressive to look at, even on some of the highest Tier 1 guns that were out there. So when we started looking at this, we knew we could do a better job. So everything we manufacture is 100% billet. Bill of aluminum, and Jennifer has been to our facility in South Carolina. She's seen the machines at work cutting, and we an upper and a lower receiver, for example, we cut from a single block of aluminum. We have engineers and designers that put programs together, and the same amount of care and detail that went into our aerospace components goes into these guns. And you have a lot of people turn around and tell you, oh, we started in aerospace and we do this and we do that. As I said, Jennifer's been down to the facility. She's seen it. We were actually cutting parts for an F-16 while she was there, as well as cutting some beaver tails for 1911s. So the proof is in the pudding, as they say. We do it. We offer an array of AR-15s, AR-9s. We're coming out with the AR-10 Warthog, and because of this partnership in Virginia, obviously New American Arms will have that above our distributors, above any of the other gun stores. The program we've entered into is to make sure that they help us out with what the customer wants and needs, and tells us and has a huge impact on us with informing us about things we need to change, things we need to do to guns, things that might help us, particular models we need to develop along the way. So that's very important to us in getting feedback. To make sure that these products that we make and we manufacture is exactly what the customer wants. So perfect example is, this is our JG9. This is the Grey Ghost. This gun comes equipped with everything you see on, less the suppressor. I just say that for right now, but comes with the red dot sight, Embus Pro sights. It's got an Ultralight tactical flashlight on it, rubber hand grip. SBPDW pistol brace is on it as well, which is adjustable. Ambi selector switch. It's got the mag release. All of our 9mm JG9 AR 9mm are last round bolt hold open So when you are out of a magazine is empty and you need to reload again and stock it in, it works perfectly all the time, every time. 45-degree sights, like I said, and they all come with our own design muzzle device and compensator on the end of it. One of the good things about this is we've taken into consideration everything, like we said in discussing and making the gun. Everybody goes and buys their gun. First thing to do is go buy an ambi charging handle. So we put ambi charging handles in it. They go buy ambi selector switches. We put ambi selector switches in it. They go buy an optic, go buy a light, go buy the hand grip in the front. This gun comes equipped with absolutely everything. We also painted, it's not anodized gray, it's Jacob Grey. As you can see on this, it's a specific color to this gun. No one else, it's our design color. So again, that's why we called it the Grey Ghost. These are phenomenally shooting guns. They have inside every single one of our guns, we have a silent mitigation device. So when you fire it, helps with the recoil. 9mm in particular have commonly been known for feeding problems. This gun here has had about 10,000 rounds put through it between hollow points and training rounds and everything else. It's never had a misfeed yet. So we think we've solved that solution or that problem anyway with the 9mm. And it's also a great looking gun.
It is.
I mean, to say the least. For the pistol grips as well, as opposed to the standard AOR grips on the handle. So easy to handle. One thing everybody's got an issue with nowadays, and the ATF with the pistol grips using as shoulder devices, this does come off. So if there's ever any ruling change or whatever, slides off like that, and you've got your standard pistol again without having to change the design or the function of the gun in any way, shape, or form. So still sell it without breaking any ATF rules, which is very, very important to us. We do make standard AR 15s. Our Gen 1s, as New American has been selling now for the last 4 or 5 months. But this month we came out with the Ultralight, which is in front of Jennifer there, if you can see it. Again, everything on this gun is all about design. It's meant to look good. There's one thing having a gun and owning a gun, but as you can see, when we say it's ultralight, it's very, very light. This has got the magazine, it's got the high polished BCG inside it, ambi charging handle, as you can see. On this here, mag release. But if you look at this gun and look, the billet dust cover, everything on this screams thought and care went into manufacturing it. We don't just slap guns together and stick a number on the side of it and send it off and hope it works. That's not the case.
Alan, can you spend a little time talking about the tolerances? Because that was the thing that we were most impressed about. If you pick up their receiver sets, you can flip it upside down and the upper will not fall off.
It doesn't come out of it. One of the things people have a big issue with on guns. Our thing when we designed this was you could hold it together and it would wiggle. Now mine has to be loose to do this, but on ours, on our receiver sets, we brought the care and attention we give to the aerospace industry into the firearms industry. Here's a perfect example of that. This is a receiver set. There are no pins in this whatsoever. The reason it's designed that way, guys, not everybody's a competition shooter, and we don't want everybody to be a competition shooter. But you know what? People need to have the same guns for each other. Jennifer shoots, I shoot. I'm sure everybody watching this channel shoots. You may as well have the same quality and level gun that a competition shooter has, and we just don't do it for competition shooters. Every one of our guns is this tight. The tolerance are down. I'm from Ireland originally, so I have a problem saying thousands without putting the H in it, but it's down to 1/10 of a thousandth of an inch, if that can make any sense to a lot of you guys out there. But what does that mean to you? That means there's no wiggle. Now, anybody can get a receiver set and pick it up and they put it together. I challenge you to do this and go left and right on your receiver set and see what happens. It'll make a noise and it'll wiggle. Ours don't. They stick together. They're designed specifically that way. So much so that we ask Jennifer when they're putting in an order if they're going to paint some of these or not paint some of these, if they're going to be Cerakoted or not Cerakoted, because the thickness of the Cerakote makes a difference to whether this gun can open or not open. So if they're going to paint them, we do them a slight little bit thinner on the tab so that the fitting is again perfect. That just goes to show you the level of quality. We also price them. These receiver sets are not priced in the top tier of the guns. We've priced these so that the average Joe can own one of our firearms. That's the big part about what we do. Our founder and our owner, Jacob, when he started getting into the 1911s, he knew it was going to cost him money to start making these guns. And a lot of people understand that it's a business of love more than anything else to produce a gun that you spend 180 hours putting together and polishing and fitting and everything else. However, the end result is you have the highest quality, and I mean the highest quality firearm that you can put your hands on. For any reason whatsoever, and we've told Jennifer, Tony here at New American Arms, we've told all the staff, if someone comes in and has a problem with our gun, you're actually not even going to call me. They're just going to take care of it because they know that's what we would do. You don't need warranty forms, permission slips, anything like that. The reason why I say that is that's the confidence we have in our product. You're not going to come in with a problem. We know that. And if you do, they're going to take care of it anyway, regardless of that. So it's not going to be because of the manufacturing, I can assure you. So again, tolerances are fantastic. The lines on this is a 9mm receiver. If you notice, the opening for the ejector is smaller for the 9mm round. Most other companies, they'll leave the whole opening all the way down for the same for an AR-15. The reason being for that is if they have an undergassed, overgassed ejector issue, the bullet can come out at any particular place. Ours, we're so confident it comes out the exact same place every single time, no matter what. If you build a receiver set and build your own gun, if Rifleworks builds you your gun for you, or if you buy one of the stock AR-15s, AR-9s, or we've even got a 7.62 by 39 AR with a lot of thought and care went into the manufacture of that gun. As a lot of AR enthusiasts know, the 7.62 by 39 round is an extremely powerful explosive round. Russian ammunition comes with thicker primers. A lot of people have feeding issues with that round in an AR platform. We knew that going into the design of our gun. So it comes standard with the magazine, like a banana clip magazine, but it's for an AR. And the reason being is that round needs to be fed at an angle into the AR platform. Comes standard with an enhanced firing pin. Comes standard with an enhanced extractor on your bolt face, because again, the explosiveness of the round and the hard hittingness of it, standard extractors break. Ours is enhanced, strengthened. We know metal, so we obviously know what to do to make those better and last longer. Comes standard with the heavier buffer and spring. And again, we use mitigation devices. We have a company that makes them for us, specific to the round. So it's not just one old, goes in the buffer tube, we stick it in there, it works for everything. It's not, it's specific to the round. Our barrels, the gases are specific to the round. So again, with the mitigation device, the barrel and the gas system that we put on it, doesn't make a difference what weight grain bullet you have. If it's in that caliber, it's going to fire each and every time, suppressed, unsuppressed. We've gone through that on everything in development. It takes us a year. A lot of people, and Jennifer's seen this, she was actually down at the store when we were going through the development of the AR-10, the Warthog that we're releasing in April. And the two models that she saw down there are not the models that end up being the end result. And again, a lot of reason for that is we get feedback. People tell us certain things about, oh, that looks good, that doesn't look good. And again, it's all about design and aesthetics on the guns nowadays. And that's a huge part. When you pull your gun out and someone sees it, and even you see it, you want to be proud of it. You just don't want a plain old AR sitting out there, or your 308 sitting out there. So again, perfect example. Here's our standard This is a 7.5-inch pistol in the Ultralight. This is one of our muzzle devices we're discussing. This is still under development right now. It's on this gun because we're testing it. We test it for about 4 to 5 months in every single way possible, whether it's full auto, suppressed, unsuppressed, just for a muzzle device. This one here is made out of steel. It's not painted or coated in any way, shape, or form. But we call it the blackjack because, as you can see, 4, 3, 2, and 1 dispersal holes to go inside the suppressor to release the gases. So, and with the brake on this, 4 lines to break it inside the suppressor. It really has an impact on how the bullet and the round sounds coming out when it's suppressed. A lot better than standard brakes and that kind of stuff. So this particular gun, as you can see, is the same. If you notice on this one, we did a slightly different design. We were going through on the dust covers when we were developing them. This one has a slightly different design to match the upper and the lower. It's not the same as the standard one we settled on, but again, this is a test gun, and that's the reason for that. This here, you can hold in your hand. Does it rattle? Is there anything coming out? That is hugely important to us, guys, and you have to understand, and a lot of people do. If you're shooting and your gun is off by a quarter of a millimeter, and there's movement in your upper, your lower, your receiver. If you're shooting at 100 yards, that could be a foot where your bullet is off. 200 yards could be 3 feet. 500 yards could be, 20 feet off if that's the case. Hunters, shooters, home defense, someone charging at you from 30 feet away and you're firing and you're missing them. It's very important that you have a weapon that's going to function and work every single time, and ours are guaranteed to do that. And again, we offer it in a number of different ways. Rifle Works here, they can make you your own specific caliber if it's not available from us. They have the upper and lower receivers. You can also make it yourself. We sell all of our accessories and barrels and high polished BCGs. For example, we do nickel boron on our BCGs. And again, you have nails. It's so tight now I can't get it open.
I don't know if we'll be more successful.
I know, that stage. If you can see our BCG here, it is a high polished BCG. It's nickel boron. A lot of manufacturers will just manufacture a nickel boron BCG. It does no good if it's not polished. You have to polish the nickel boron to where the carbon won't stick on your BCG and your gun will continue to function all the time. So it's very important to us. The quality, like I said, and the fixtures and fittings on the gun and making it look nice. So that's one of the things we pride ourselves on, as you can see. They balance as well. How about that? This is just to give you an idea of the level of quality that goes into what we do. This is a Damascus 1911, right here. Damascus steel, even the sights are Damascus steel. This one here is 24 karat gold sighting on the front. Again, a lot of these guns, the grips are Damascus as well, the screws are titanium. A lot of these guns are for show. They are expensive. They're again, I'll never sit here and tell anybody that this is an $800 gun or something like that. It's not. They're 100% custom, but when the level of quality that goes into something like this, as you can imagine, we treat our production guns the exact same way. And the production guns are a lot more affordable than people think. So again, we want to thank New American Arms for partnering with us. It's been a fantastic opportunity for both of us, and we're looking forward to many years ahead.
So thank you so much, Alan.
Absolutely.
If you need anything from Jacob Grey, we carry all their accessories and firearms. We can put together whatever you need. So stop by the store and we'll be happy to see you and help you out. Thanks.
Absolutely.